I wanted to share with you something that I've been working on because I really have a passion about canteen lunches and making the life of parents a lot simpler when it comes to ordering canteen school lunches in the morning. Now, I'm not sure if your parents, if you remember back in the day when you were a kid, if you lived in Australia, well, I can tell you in the 80s, when I was a kid, the way that my mum ordered a school lunch order for me was like this. So you've got a brown paper bag and you order it and you put the money in and you send it off to school with your child. Now, it looks great, but that was in the 80s. Fast forward 2022 and they're still doing the same thing. And it's just crazy because the world has moved on and we're still doing paper bag ordering and it's very outdated. So I just want to take you on a journey of a morning, a typical morning for a school parent and what it's like on a crazy morning. So imagine this picture. You've got a 9 a.m. meeting and you need to get to work. You've got kids to get ready, get out of the house, leave by 7:30, make sure they've eaten, make sure they're dressed, make sure they haven't forgotten their instruments and their lunch. Well, actually, we're not going to talk about the lunch because all of a sudden, one of the little ones asks, can you make me a lunch order? Now, you're nearly out the door and they want a lunch order. So what happens? It puts everything gets delayed. You've got to find a brown paper bag. Is there a pen that works? Where's the loose money around the house to put it in the bag? Now, the other two kids want a lunch order. So now I've got 3 paper bags. Let's not mix up the orders. And hopefully your child will get to school with the paper bag to the lunch room where it needs to go and they don't lose it or drop it and they get what they've ordered. So it sounds very exhausting talking about it. And it actually is for me. But I wanted to find out, is this a problem or am I just overreacting and thinking that I'm the only one that has this issue? So I thought, okay, I'm going to go do some interviews. Let's go do some user testing and see, is this a problem? So I spoke to a handful of mums and they came up back to me with a few comments like, my kid always orders crap from the canteen. Or, you know, we still use the old system with the paper bags. It's such an old school dinosaur way. Someone else said, oh, you know, it's a pain. We've got an app, but it's a pain. You can't even customize an order. Another one said, yeah, we've got an app too. So knowing that there is an app out there, that's fantastic. I thought, well, that's good. But the feedback was, it wasn't great. If you had to order for more than one child, you had to go back, start again and order again. Back, start again, order again, and get 3 service charges. So for parents, that was time consuming. And if you're trying to get out the door, it's not going to happen. Something's bound to go wrong. So I thought, okay, good. Well, I'm not the only one. So with that, I went, you know what? I want to look at the market. Let's see what's out there. Who can I get some inspiration from? So of course, I look at, you know, the functionality of ordering apps like Menulog, Uber Eats. And what about like recipe apps, Taste, you know, Coles, what do they do? What are the best things that I can take from those? And how can I make this a possible thing, an easy solution for parents? So with all that in mind, I then looked at one of the main competitions that the parents in the interview said that they use, which is an online app. Now, it was very clunky. There were too many steps and too much information for them to actually get it done efficiently. So that was very interesting. Then after doing some looking at different features that they requested and what I thought I should do is just focus on maybe 3 main things that I could do as an MVP and go from there. So I chose to prioritize the main things that they were frustrated about, which was a simple way to order for multiple kids and the customization. That was really important because I know with my kid, he definitely doesn't want butter on his sandwiches and everything came with butter. So he would avoid ordering things that had butter on them. So he was always getting like the sausage roll because that didn't have to be customized. So out goes the healthy stuff. And also some kids, they tend to order the same thing over and over. So they really wanted a section that they could put a frequently ordered item. So that's when I thought, okay, let's focus on a favorite section. So how was all this being done? So I started with the sketches and quickly drew some sketches of, you know, functionality, Then I went to low fidelity wireframes. I did a few different versions, but then after I did all that, I came with the version 1 for my user testing. And this is where, so it was about 3 or 4 concepts. And then I want to go through some of the user testing, the version that I showed the users to test for me. So a few things that stood out with this part is I wanted to make it very, for the multiple kid thing. So I didn't want the checkout that they had to go back and forth, back and forth. So let's have all our kids order in one summary. So we've got the order summary, we've got 2 kids, Carter and Serenity. They're my fake children. And then they go to the checkout and place the order, nice and simple. So that was the first thing I changed. I wanted to improve. And then the favorites section. So from the interviews, they want somewhere where they can put the favorites. And why not put a shopping cart? Make it nice and easy. They know what to do. It goes straight to the shopping cart from there. And then also definitely have to have a customization section. Now, here we go. No butter. There you go. You don't have to have butter. Easy. And, you know, you want cucumbers in there. Let's put a note for the canteen lady. Cucumbers, thanks. So we'll do that. And then I went an extra step and I thought, you know what? I'm going to see what my app compares to the other app that's out there. And let's see if we can do a like-for-like test. So I was very excited about the results here because I tested the time it took to order. So I did it like for like, no customization, exactly the same, 2 orders for 2 kids. And let's see how long it took. I put my timer on and mine took 30 seconds and the FlexiSchools app took 140 seconds. And then I counted how many button clicks is this going to take? Mine, 14, because I combined everything at the checkout, and FlexiSchools, 38. So I was really excited to share these results with you because I felt like I had improved some kind of, you know, exciting thing for the parents there to make it a lot more streamlined and easier. And then, so after the feedback with the user testing, these are the top 3 things that they loved. They loved that it was simple and clear. They loved that there were shortcuts for adding to the cart and that the multiple ways you could order for the children. So I gave them a few different options. So the improvements, I'll just quickly go through. The improvements that I made on my version 2 after the user testing feedback was, can you make this a little bit clearer? Because when I got to the order summary, it was clear, but the hierarchy wasn't quite right. So I played around with it and thought, well, let's put a rubbish bin. Let's make this a bit clearer. And also with the order summary, let's make not just for one, but make it whether you want to order for one child or for all. That way it's a bit clearer. And you've got an option to order here for the child, or you can go back and order from here. So there's a couple of options there. So the buttons are clearer. And then just make the whole container clickable, because the user testing, every single person pretty much got stuck on finding out more information about the product because they didn't realize they had to click on the photo. So I thought, well, let's make it easier and make the whole thing clickable. So just little improvements like that for my version 2. Favorites again, in the actual menu, I stuck the navigator there. That way it's fixed and it's easy for them. Nobody could find where to go to find all the favorites. So I stuck that there to make it a little bit easier. And now I want to show you my live demo that I'm very excited about. So I'm going to jump to Figma and I'll show you how it works, what I've actually done with all this. So let's swap screens and we'll go into Figma. And I hope that strawberry, that you've had your dinner and now maybe you can have some strawberries for dessert with maybe chocolate, make it a little bit more special. So this is just a rough idea of what the front screen would look like. So what I would do is, if I didn't want to log in as a parent and my kids are jumping all over me and they both want to see what's on the menu, let's go into the menu without logging in so I don't stuff anything up. So I've got that option here. You know, the kids, they want to see what's going on, so they're all involved with this. And then now I can say, okay, everyone move back, I'm going to order, wait your turn. So log in, and my first child, Carter, he's got his own profile, Serenity's got hers, so we won't get mixed up. Let's go to Carter. Okay, Carter, what would you like? He would like a ham and salad sandwich. Okay, of course, no butter. Easy, customize that, add to order, done. All right, he also wants a drink. Okay, that's coming. He wants the orange juice. Yep, do orange juice, add to order, easy. Now his sister wants to order. okay, let's either go this way, we can order for another child, or why not go this way? And we can add to the order. And she obviously wants something different to her brother, so let's do a pizza. Okay, and let's customize that. She wants ham and pineapple, and add to order. And of course, she wants a drink too. So it's just going to cost me a lot, isn't it? It's not cheap, this lunch order business. So we'll go to watermelon juice, add to order, and we are done. But let's check when they're going to have it. So we'll do lunch and recess and lunch and recess. Okay, and we will select the date, and we should be able to scroll up here. Oops, sorry, that's should scroll up. My scroll is not working. Okay, select the date. And then we will go to the credit card and place the order, and we're done. And that is my demo for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope that our children, when they get to our stage and they become parents that hopefully will order lunch with their kids, that their system is not going to be outdated like the paper bag system. So that's all I have to share. I hope you enjoyed it.